Hi, thanks for watching. From time to time I hear people say that they're done with California. They hate the governor. They're fed up with high fuel prices, insane rents, and socialist agenda. They say commie liberals have ruined California with their environmental regulations. They're disgusted by the crime and homelessness. They want the legal ability to carry a weapon. They want personal freedom, the kind of freedom they can't get in California. These fellows think Texas might be inviting. They say bye-bye to California and they're off to Texas. However, moving to Texas doesn't work out for everybody. I spent time in Texas and I have some thoughts. One of the famous sayings in Texas is remember the Alamo. The Texans at the Alamo were fighting in a fort that didn't have four walls. They lacked sufficient ammunition and food, and they were outnumbered 9-1. The need for better leadership and better planning would be the logical takeaway from the slaughter at the Alamo, but Texans are proud that all the Texans fighting there were put to death in 90 minutes. Texans brag on it. Are Texans tough? They certainly are, but how they think can be baffling. Here's some quotes about Texas. General Sheridan said, "If I owned Texas and hell, I'd rent out Texas and live in hell." Willie Nelson said, "I love Texas politics because no one's in charge." Kiki Friedman said, "You can't look at the laws passed in the Texas State House or the Dallas freeway system and claim you believe in intelligent design." First thing you have to do when you get to Texas is put Texas plates on your car so no one knows you're from California. Texans don't appreciate Californians coming to Texas. Texans blame Californians for illegal drugs, for border crisis, homeless population, and all the environmental concerns that limits pumping oil out of the ground. Everybody from truck drivers to old ladies carries a pistol, so if someone flips you off because of your California license plate, it's best to pretend you didn't see it and drive on. Summers are scorching in Texas, but it's the humidity that makes you think you're being waterboarded. Just walk from your car to the grocery store and you'll look like you just got out of a swimming pool. If you want to flee from the Texas heat, Colorado is just 11 hours away, and that's really the only option. Before you attempt to cool off in a Texas river or a pond, make sure there aren't water moccasins or copperheads. Those 7-foot-long Texas rattlesnakes will really make you watch where you walk. But so will fire ants, chiggers, and scorpions. In Texas, the vegetation has thorns, the snakes are poisonous, and the insects bite. Texans also take their religion very seriously. In Texas, it is a matter of concern if a Protestant marries a Baptist. Most Texans are steadfast that there's only one way to interpret God's word, and that is the Texas way. No other viewpoint is tolerated, especially from California immigrants. When you move in your new home in Texas, make sure you have a working relationship with a pest control company. Texan has bug infestations that will surprise the California immigrant. Wolf spiders that are large enough to carry a lunch pail. Mosquitoes so big you can engage them in a fist fight. Fruit flies that come out of the sink, drains, and live all over the house. Should you want to experience the cowboy culture in Texas, remember, country rodeos are held outside. Being outside in the Texas sun when the humidity's high is not for the faint-hearted. It isn't always hot in Texas. Sometimes there are ice storms and tornadoes. When a tornado touches down, you understand why many Texas houses are made of brick. When the tornado siren goes off, your constipation problem may disappear because the roar of the wind and everything starting to shake can cause you to shit your pants. Texas hail can be the size of golf balls, and a 5-minute hailstorm can crack your windshield and ruin your paint job. You can drive a car in the rain in Texas, sometimes. Other times the rain will resemble a cow pissing on a flat rock and you have to pull over because you absolutely cannot see. In the winter, the electricity often fails. If the electricity is working, your utility bill can be more than your property taxes. When winter rolls around, there's black ice. Black ice is a term for an invisible coating of ice that covers the highway. Californians find out about black ice when their vehicle hits a patch and their car spins out of control. You become immediately aware the slowest you can go on a Texas freeway is 85 miles an hour. Any slower, and there's a real possibility you'll be run over. It is exciting to drive down the freeway at 90 miles an hour with a semi-truck traveling 3 feet off your rear bumper while you try to decide which of the many exits you need to take. The never-ending road construction adds enough unpredictability that driving in Texas is truly thrilling. Outside of church, social life in Texas requires knowledge of the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since 1978. For your personal safety, do not mention that or refer to the San Francisco 49ers in any way. If you don't know anything about Texas football and want to fit in, mention Walt Garrison, who, as a rodeo competitor and a football star, was the ultimate Texan. Ask some old boy around Dallas-Fort Worth how Walt compares to today's running backs, and you won't have to say anything for 30 minutes. He'll do all the talking. Beer goes with Texas football like a tan goes with a cheerleader. If you don't enjoy drinking a keg of beer while you watch football, you'll be spending a lot of time alone. If you want to eat out, remember, Tex-Mex is only vaguely related to Mexican food you get in California. If you have no worries when it comes to heart disease, the fried food you'll find in Texas is for you. Sweet tea is really sweet, mainly because it takes half a box of sugar per pitcher to make the tea legitimately Texas sweet tea. On the plus side, you will no longer be indignant about the homeless. In Texas, you will feel sorry for them. It's too hot to survive for long in the summer and often too cold to survive at all in the winter. Yes, California real estate is more expensive than Texas real estate, but there's a reason for that. It might be cheaper to live in a blazing furnace where you feel like you're being cremated, but not everyone wants to. If you're considering moving to Texas, do yourself a favor and go live in Bakersfield for a week in the summertime. If you want that sort of heat to be infused with murderous humidity, Texas is for you. Of course, 2 countries the size of Germany could fit in Texas, so there are a lot of exceptions. But even Texans won't dispute the heat, dangerous driving conditions, and the unwavering love of God and guns that is Texas.